Hi everybody, welcome back to Prison Architect. Here we are back in Prison Architect once again for like the millionth episode of this series, which is going pretty well now. Pretty well. It's going pretty well. In the next 2 hours, we have 6 minimum security prisoners turning up, 9 normal security. Nobody's been shivved in quite a while because we've been on it. We've been right on it actually, which is pretty good. We're also in the midst of setting up Club Med. That's right. Our new minimum security facility that's going to be located directly across the street from where all the big girls go for their capital punishments, right? They're all over here, serving time in a future time, of course, and loving every minute of it. Let's speed things up and let's get started. First things first, we have to probably do a shakedown. No. We don't. We did one last time, obviously, because there's nothing to be found. Another thing that we need to do, which I only realized after the fact, was we have to line this up. Because look, currently it's not lined up. And I think the reason it's not lined up is because one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not quite the same. Because one of these things is doing its own thing. Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game, or something like that anyway. So we want to have like 2, and then it has to go like that, and then to here, I think it's like door, toilet, bed, bed, thing, door. So it's like to here, okay? And then that's got to overlap by 2 as well, by 2. Perfect. And then same thing on this side. It's got to go to like here. We need like a bed, so it's got to go to like, hang on a second. That cannot be right. That cannot be right. Where have we screwed this up? It's not even by 2. It's by 1. Oh, look. Hold up a second. Who's died? Oh my goodness gracious me. One of our guards has died. Who is this? I knew that it's Victoria Mundy. Victoria Mundy has killed 2 of my officers, okay? 2 of my officers are dead off the back of somebody who was granted clemency, who should not have been granted clemency. My God. And here I was, busily planning away, trying to just get my house in order, and then I realized, hang on a second, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. We messed this whole thing up. Look, we're gonna fix it though. We are gonna definitely fix it. So it's gotta be 4, and then it's got to go up by 1, and then that's going to be 11, and then that's got to go down the middle here. Don't worry, boys. We're going to fix this one good and proper, okay? And then, hold up one second. This is not right at all. What is going on here? How is this so screwed up? Okay, it's not meeting up. Okay, it meets up here. Which one of these things is not? Oh, crap. I messed it up here as well. I messed it up here too, that's why. It's all out of whack, guys. It is all out of whack. Okay, let's make sure that we get this right, okay? For the good of the Horde and the Alliance and, well, whatever. I mean, I don't even know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm doing a little bit of Lego talk here while I'm trying to figure out this problem that has developed. We've developed a huge planning problem, and this is why we need people to do double takes on all of the plans in the prison. Because otherwise, you get into a bit of a mess like we've just gotten into now, where things don't line up properly, and then the whole thing is out of whack. Look, the whole thing is out of whack. We're going to have to do an expansion. We're going to have to save up some money to expand out to here because the whole thing literally now is just out of whack. The worst. Okay, but I think actually now things are looking a little bit better. Okay, so that's 11, right? And then that goes to like here, like that. Okay, perfect. Just make sure that it all looks all right, fits in, it's all tight and all right. Nice. Okay, perfect. It's all tight and all right. That's exactly what we want. Can we actually put like a bank here? We can. Okay, I tell you what. That has worked out actually not too bad in the end. I thought it would be a lot worse. Turns out it's not as bad as I once thought, okay? It just means that we're going to have some prisoners who are going to be able to escape very readily, but it's fine. Okay, perfect. Nice. All right, so utilities then. Let's get the first power station set up out here because we can afford it now. We can afford to get all the capacitors in, more or less, I think. Should have enough money. We have just enough money, it turns out. All right, and then let's get some power fed into here. We're going to need to have some power going like this. And then we're gonna have this bottom part powered by this one, okay? So let's do this all the way over here. We're gonna need power. And then we're doing the infrastructure, finally. We're finally getting around to doing the infrastructure for Club Med. And God, does it feel good. We have money rolling in as we speak as well. So we can actually start laying down the pipes. We can get the water in as well. And then, with any luck, pretty soon, we're gonna have some ladies living their lives here. Their incarcerated lives will be lived out here inside Club Med. And I would say that they might be happy, but I doubt that they're gonna be happy about this. They're gonna be actually probably pretty upset about the whole thing. All right, we are also gonna need to have some jail doors that sort of lead out into this bit here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have them outside because we don't want people using doors to get out into like the yard bits, right? So deployment wise, this is going to be staff only, okay? This whole place is insecure, I get it, okay? That's gonna be MinSec only, okay? Don't worry, it's gonna be secure soon. Once we get everything all set up and everything, it'll be fine. I don't know why it suffers from such insecurity. Maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe something's happened to them or whatever. Somewhere along the line. Let's lock this one open so that people can get here, and then we can get some guards stationed there if we need it or whatever. That should be fine. We're gonna need some concrete tiles here leading into the front. Nice. And it looks like our power is online and the reception area of MinSec has lights. This is a great start. And we have 19 grand in the bank as well. And we can now do a shakedown because look, there's 2 guns. So how are 2 guns making their way into the prison like this? It's nuts. I don't know where the guns are coming from. Well, I do know where the guns are coming from. Let me retract that. I know where the guns are coming from. I just don't understand how the guns are being taken from those locations back to cells or just hiding inside the jammies of like some of the prisoners. It's insane. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway. Let's not worry about that too much. Instead, let's get a big old water pipe system flowing through here, okay? We're gonna spend a whole bunch of money on water pipes, okay? We're gonna concentrate on this part of Club Med first because this is the part that we can probably actually finish, right? We can just about afford to get some cells in here and start moving some of these ladies out. And then we can do like a real sinister rejig of the other area. I like to put lots of pipes in. I know it's a lot of money to spend, but I feel like it's worth it. Okay, and then we're gonna go for some small pipes where they're needed. And by that, of course, I mean we're gonna do something like this, a little something like this, because we know that the toilets and the showers are gonna go like that, right? Like in those spots, because they always do. That's just the way that we roll around here inside this prison. We like to keep things trim, we like to keep things tidy, and we like to keep things uniform as well. So if we can, that's how we're gonna do it. And we're gonna have to run a pipe up to here too so that it matches up. We want the infrastructure to all be the same. It's like modular, right? It's kind of like the space station so that you can get like other contractors in to do the jobs even though that doesn't exist in the game. And everybody knows what they need to do because everything is the same. You just say, can you do this exactly like this? And they just do it. And then the job is done and everybody's happy, including myself. And the rest is history, right? So that's perfect. Okay, concrete walls then. We're gonna get some concrete walls set up here because this is gonna be sort of like a little, I think this is gonna be like a little common area and it's gonna have a whole bunch of phones and stuff, okay? So that the ladies can make phone calls. We're also gonna set up some visitation in here as well for them. It's just gonna be like some open visitation rooms for them, a couple of tables in there, and then families can come in and visit anytime they want, meet up with the ladies and stuff, and they'll really enjoy that. It'd be really good. I'm not sure why this is insecure right now. Is it because the doors are like both open or something? I don't know. It looks like we can't get around to this side either, and this is gonna of course have to be MinSec too. Okay, so we're gonna need another door down here, and we're gonna want to put it like in the same sort of spot that this one is in, which is like what, yeah, it's like here, right? Okay, so let's get that installed there because we're gonna need to get this other power thing set up soon because it's, well, one of these is gonna power the kitchen. And that's going to be a mess because it's going to draw a ton of power because we're going to have a lot of stoves in there. We're going to have a lot of fridges in there. And of course, those all draw on the power big time. It looks like the shakedown is complete. Did we find any tunnels? I wasn't even paying attention. Do we want to just like go remove tunnels and go like... Okay, yeah, we did find some tunnels. $40 worth of tunnels were found. But they should all be removed pretty soon, so that's at least something, right? Okay, it looks like we got some nice prison uniforms ready in the reception. Oh, hold up a second as well, because I'm pretty sure we took that intake, right? I'm pretty sure we did. We're gonna have to find out if anybody's got hits out on them. We're gonna have to get, what's-her-face, April Wolfinger, into the security room. It looks like she's on her way right now. We have a couple of people with question marks that hopefully she'll be able to see who they are, and we can move the right people into the... Yep, okay, perfect. Just in time. It looks like we've got you to put into protective custody. Nice. And we've got another one here, Bailey Baker, who needs to be put into protective custody. That was a close one, okay? They could have been shivved. And we would have just had to have 2 more deaths today. So that bad enough 2 guards have died. Imagine 2 women who have been incarcerated getting killed as well. It doesn't even bear thinking about, okay? It's not even worth worrying about or thinking about because honestly, it's just crazy. Okay, so our next intake, of course, is happening in about 45 minutes. So we're gonna wanna have April on hand for this one as well. So let's get her activated and let's get her in. Because in the next 20 minutes or so, don't even leave, April, okay? Don't even leave. We might get Annabelle Scales in here instead, okay? We'll deactivate you. Annabelle Scales is going to come in and tell us about all of these new people that are coming in, okay? So that we can see who they are and what they're about and where they're from and who they're with, as long as they... Man, I got a lot of songs on my mind today. I don't know if you've noticed, but holy crap, I've just been singing like there's no tomorrow. Okay, we got a skilled fighter, a gang member, and a question mark coming in. Okay, it's a snitch. So this snitch is gonna probably have to be put into protective custody. Let's just see. We want you in protective custody. How much space do we have? 12. Okay, we're overburdened in protective custody right now. So it may come down to this snitch. This snitch was already in minimum security. I think she'll be safe there, okay? I don't think anyone in minimum security is going to kill anybody. And then hopefully this person will get parole and then we can just put him in there after instead. It looks like it's going to happen though, right? It looks like it's going to happen. Okay, Annabelle, get out of here. Was this person released? I can't... Yes. Yes, there she goes. Emma Hancock is going. All right, perfect. So that means that you can go into protective custody. Nice. Just. Okay, so the snitch is in protective custody. That's good. We're back up to 29 grand as well, which is really good. Things are really starting to improve around here. We can get in here, which we need, some metal detectors. We're going to need some metal detectors when you come in here. We're going to need one here as well. We've got some guards in here, so we can actually just not lock these open anymore, which should make this area now secure, which is pretty good. Let's also not lock this one open either. And deployment-wise, let's get guard patrol. That's going to happen like all the time around here, so we can open this up. Okay, we're going to have a guard station there. Seems a little bit wasteful, but honestly, I think it'll look kind of cool, so that's the main thing. As long as things look pretty cool, I think I'm happy with it. Like, generally speaking, I'm happy with things looking cool rather than being functional. Which is probably why my prison sucks so much, but there you go. Okay, rooms-wise then? Oh, hang on a second, though. First off, we're gonna need to build one of these rooms. These are, of course, gonna be parole rooms, okay? So we're gonna build one, and then we're just gonna copy and rinse and repeat all the way up. So parole, perfect. Let's get this in here. We're gonna need to have a visitor table for the ladies to sit at, like this, with the light as well. And then we're gonna copy that and build it there. And we're gonna have so many parole rooms, and we're gonna just like have such a volume of people going through the reform and parole system that it's just gonna be nuts. And we're gonna make a ton of money off the back of it as well. And that's what we're here for. We're here to make The big ones. That's right. Okay, let's get some lights in here as well. This room is going to be a common room. We're just going to set this up as a bit of a common room. But honestly, all it's going to have is a couple of phone booths in here for the ladies. Okay, look, we're just going to have like boom all the way down here so that when people want to come in here and make a couple phone calls, they can. Okay, we're gonna have a big line of phone booths. So it's gonna be like quite the population of prisoners in here. So I think that this is gonna be pretty useful. So let's get the lights installed and stuff. Let's get all the phone booths in. We can tap them as well. We're gonna tap up all these phones. Let me just see. Where's the phone tap? Do we not have a phone tap? Seriously? We might need our own security room for over here. But let's just get a phone tap installed anyway, because this is going to be good for like contraband and stuff, right? Okay, so where's the phone tap? Phone tap is in here somewhere. It's right here. Okay, so let's get this phone tap installed like here. Perfect. Right in the chief's office. The chief is not too happy about having a phone tap in his office because it means that there's an officer sort of sitting behind him at all times, just like listening to stuff, and sometimes he can overhear it coming through the headphones and he gets super mad about it too. But it's tough shit, chief. Okay, we've got limited space here and this is what we're going on. Okay, so let's connect these all up. Boop, boop, boop. This is so therapeutic for me. I love the booping sound it makes. I love just connecting them all up like this. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, there we go. We're now rocking and rolling. In the common room, this is really good. We got some cleaning going on in here as well. We got this done too, so let's go into clone and let's quick build this up. Looks like we've got some nice cleaning happening in here today as well. Inside of Club Med. Club Med is slowly taking shape now. The parole rooms are almost all set up. This is good. We're almost ready to rock and roll here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some walls in like this, and then we're gonna prototype up the first cells, and we're gonna make the first block, and we're gonna start moving some ladies over here. Or are we actually? We need to get the kitchen and stuff set up too. And the doctor is saying that we've been getting reports of sickness from a number of prisoners. It might be worth identifying and quarantining the infected to stop it from spreading. Oh, for fuck's sake. And the chief too. A recent high-profile gang case has implicated one of our minimum security prisoners as a high-ranking gang leader. They've remained under the radar, but now everyone knows who they are. Minimum security? It's you? There's no way, right? It's a gang member, Cora Patton. Cora Patton, let's see. Okay, gangs. Where are you at, Cora Patton? You're like in here somewhere, right? Is this you? Is this you, Patton? Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Okay, Cora Patton, you're gonna have to go into Supermax, okay? If that's the case. Okay, if you are a gang leader, you're in Supermax. Oh, hang on a second. Who was that? Who was that? What the fuck? And she, okay. Chiara Senesi Costa, you can go to Supermax as well, okay? Legendary prisoners, we don't want you mixing with the riffraff, okay? You're going to Supermax too, all right. We have 2 new members of Supermax. Also, we have a whole bunch of sick prisoners. Currently, we have 66 prisoners infected. We're gonna have to start doing some visits to cells here, okay? Let's get you to visit this person here. Let's get you in to visit this person here. We need to start curing these ailments while these ladies are asleep. Look, you get in here and do this one. Okay, we need to start treating some of these infected ladies. Okay, they've somehow have gotten the clap. I'm not sure how, but there's going to be a whole bunch of barfing happening in the cells and stuff, and we don't want that. So we're going to try to treat them, make sure that they're okay, get them the treatment they need, and make sure that the infection doesn't spread further. Look, we're going cell to cell here. Everybody is on the case. We're gonna need to send some more doctors down here because it looks like we got a couple down here in these rows as well. Let's just see, what are you doing? Oh, somebody's come to the infirmary for treatment as well. We got a whole bunch of ladies here that need treating too. So we have 66 prisoners who are infected, but because we're treating them and stuff now, hopefully that number will start dropping rather than rising. I don't know if we can really effectively quarantine them. I think the best thing to do is just get in there and treat them quickly, and then hopefully, you know, it's fine. But we'll just have to see what happens. If it spreads and people start dropping like flies, well, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just like rage quit out of the game because honestly, I think that's kind of annoying. Like, I would not want that to happen. All right, so this here is gonna be a kitchen, right? We said that this is gonna be a kitchen in here, so let's go for the kitchen. Let's get some staff doors on either side. We'll get the staff doors like here and here, I think. And then we'll make this whole area a kitchen. This is going to be the big kitchen for Club Med, where they're going to cook up all sorts of crazy, fun, and fancy delights for all of the prisoners, because they're all white-collar prisoners. So, of course, they're going to be wanting, like, their caviar and all that kind of stuff. So we have to have the right people in here who know how to make this kind of stuff for them, because otherwise there's going to be trouble with a capital T, and that's not what we're here for. We're not here for trouble at all, okay? If there's one thing we'd like to avoid, actually, at all costs, is trouble with a capital T. So let's do our best to avoid trouble with a capital T. Let's also get the electrics in here as well. So I guess this top generator is going to be responsible for the kitchen, which I'm not too crazy about, but there you go. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen, and it's gonna happen, and now it is happening. So we're gonna have to hire a whole bunch more chefs as well. The chefs are gonna have to all work. Sorry, I shouldn't say chefs. I should say cooks, right? We have to hire more cooks. Okay, so our total infected prisoners have gone down to 64. They were at 66. So it looks like some of these treatments are working. Is anybody infected in MaxSec? It doesn't look like it, actually. There shouldn't be any cross-contamination because none of these wings mix with each other. Unless they get into like this shared area in the classrooms and stuff. So it looks like most of the infected are all down in MinSec, and it looks like a lot of them are coming in. Yeah, a lot of these have been treated, actually. We're going down to 63. Okay, so the illnesses are starting to drop off. So hopefully we've covered most of them. If we haven't visited them in their cells, they can always make their way up to the infirmary, and that should be fine. Oh shit, look at this. The kitchen is like well and truly underway. This is awesome. Holy crap. Okay, we're gonna have to open things up big in here. We have 25 grand to work with. So let's get some cookers. We're gonna get a whole bunch of cookers in here. We'll start with a row sort of like this, and then just see how we go. We can just expand on that after. It should be fine. Okay, so let's get like fridges in here too. We'll get like rows of fridges along the side here as well to store all the nice fuds in. And then let's get like battery sinks like this. We'll have like central battery sinks. Okay, let's start with like 6 sinks. Okay, and then we can have like, no, you know what? Let's build it out now so that we don't have to do it later, right? That'll be even better. Okay, so we're gonna have to run some electrics down there to hook all those up. Of course, we're also gonna need to run some small pipes down here for the sinks as well. But we'll wait for the sinks to actually be installed first. Okay, and then let's go in here and hire like, I don't know, just like 1 million more. We now have 60 cooks working in this place. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Holy crap. This prison is becoming just so big. I can't believe it. I can't believe how far we've come with this game. It's nuts, isn't it? Our current prisoner capacity is 463. Oh, and we have a death row inmate arriving as well. This is fantastic. All right, April, you're gonna have to come in and let us know about this intake. Who's here? Who needs saving? We don't want anybody getting killed, okay? We don't want anyone getting shivved or anything. Look, straight away we have some ex-law enforcement. We have a snitch here as well that's gonna have to go into protective, okay? The ex-law enforcement can just live in MinSec for now. That should be fine. Is there anybody over here that needs help? No, there's just a snitch with a baby. That's fine. The other snitch is going to where it needs to go. Protective custody will probably end up building its own facility over here, making it a bit bigger because we can afford it. Once Club Med is like up and running and stuff, that should be fine. Okay, so let's see. Rooms wise then, we want a big canteen here. This is gonna be a massive canteen, by the way. Holy crap. And it's gonna go like on either side as well, which is gonna be nuts. Let's have it start like here and just go all the way to like here, okay? Now that's what I call canteen. Look, it's taken forever for the thing to even fill. And on that note as well, I think what we'll do is we'll end here and we'll come back next time and resume. We're in the midst of it. Look at this. We are doing it. Club Med is finally coming together. We've got the money to make it happen. We're just getting all the facilities set up ahead of time so that we can move the girls over in a calm and orderly fashion, making sure that nobody gets shivved or killed along the way as well for being a snitch or whatever. We're welcoming a new death row inmate in the next 19 hours, and then we have some normal intake coming in as well. And everything else is just ticking along fine. So, as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time!